Hello guys, so welcome to KO tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the modeling of this particular JCB interior over here. So let's continue it. So now what I'll be doing over here is like I'll be modeling this front unit over here. So for that, what I can do over here is like there are many other ways I can. Let's take a box over here very first of all. So let's create a box over here. I'll just isolate the selection over here. So convert to editable poly. I'll just slightly push this over here. Now what I can do over here is like I can just put one swift loop over here. I'll slightly just shuffle this over here in this way. I'll just shuffle this over here, shuffle this over here and this way. So we can just create a kind of a unit over here. We can just make this a bit smaller in size over here like this, and I can just shuffle this in this way. Now after that, again I can put one swift loop over here. I'll put one swift loop over here, I'll put one loop over here and select the polygons and slightly just extrude it out. So we are just doing the blocking part for it. Shuffle this up. Select this and this. Slightly extrude this and isolate this. Push this down. Select the vertices. Push it inside in this way. So we can do the details manually over here. So I can just adjust the stuff as required over here. Again I'll go to the top view and I can slightly manage this if required in this way. Slightly you can just make it more round over here. After that, you can again go over here. Let's take a torus over here. I'll activate the auto grid part in this way and I'll go over here and set it as local over here slightly. So I can just push this up over here in this way. Shuffle this a bit up over here. And now we can go over here and let's take again a cylinder in this way. So make sure that cylinder is moving in this way. slightly you can reduce its height if required, and select this part, convert to editable poly. So select this polygons, control click on the edge, and slightly will assign a bit of chamfer to it. Now, so select this, increase its sides or increase its segments, convert to poly. So I'll just go over here, I'll select this, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'll just divide this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. So we'll just split this up accordingly, and I'll just extrude it that way you require it. So I'll slightly just shuffle this up over here. So again I'll go into this front view, this side view. Again I'll take a line along this auto grid over here. So select this part and rendering, enable in viewport, increase its thickness, convert to poly, select the polygons, extrude it. Before that you can just slightly bevel this, reduce this, again bevel it, and click OK. So again select this part, slightly scale this, and push it over here. So you can just select these edges over here and slightly give a bit of chamfer to it. Again save the file, and let's again I'll slightly duplicate it, I'll slightly rotate it, and again I'll just mirror it, copy it in x-axis, I'll shuffle it over here, push it up. In this way. So we can do such changes over here. After that, so this has to be a bit bigger. This has to be a bit bigger. So I'll just go over here and I'll just push this up over here, select this, and if you want you can just extrude it, any of the elements from here slightly, push this a bit here, select this part, press R and slightly scale this, put a swift loop, alright, slightly just push this down, and you can make the changes as required. So again I'll go over here, I'll go into this, take a line, so I'll make it as rectangular, and let's slightly reduce its length and width. I'll just push it over here. So let's again take a box. So before that, again reduce its length, convert to poly, take a box, auto grid, activate this. So I'll just add some segments, convert to poly, so let's go to the top view, scale this, select this, push it in this way, and let's give a mesh smooth over here. So I'll be just assigning a mesh smooth just to make it smoother. I'll push this down in this way, convert to poly, select the vertices, or give a FFD box, that's much better, and slightly push this up in this way. That's it. So convert to poly again and slightly duplicate it, and again take one more copy over here, so we can just select this whole thing and make sure it is just coinciding inside, that is more important. So let's just save the file. I'll just select this whole thing over here and just assign that. It looks good now. So just assign this color over here, and now you can, if you want, I can add some loops over here. You can make this curve also if required. So let's just select this, put one loop, select this edge and slightly give chamfer to it, increase the chamfer and click OK. So that can be done. So you can just assign this chamfer stuff. Over here also, if you want, you can slightly add a chamfer. Add a chamfer. Reduce the segments. That's it. It's going to look like this, a bit better than the previous. So I'll add. Now what I can do over here is like, so we'll be doing some details if required. So I can just add some loops. I can add some loops over here, and if you want to give a turbo smooth, you can assign a turbo smooth, but not required because this is totally okay now. This looks good. Now I can put some loops again. Can slightly scale this. Alright, so you can just give some design. It looks good now. Instead of just putting it, you can the same way. You can also give mesh smooth over here. So convert to poly and let's give FFD box. Slightly you can just shuffle it if required. So you can put some kind of a rod stuff inside, reduce the sides of it, push it inside. Over here, increase its radius, increase its height. And duplicate it. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So now what I'll be doing over here is like, I'll just select this whole thing and I'll just group this element over here. So let's just group this and I'll go into the hierarchy. I'll shuffle this over here and I can slightly rotate it from this axis if required. So whenever we are shuffling through this axis, we need to adjust it properly. I'll just save the file. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.